I should have won. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GreatMillStone that will well. Blessings to the hopeful elect, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Just came across this article here. I just woke up, man, and I see this on RT News. It says cashless economy can be a double-edged sword for any nation. Alright, but the headline is what caught me, but what I really wanted to focus on was the actual article itself, the rest of the article and what it goes into. So I'm going to just go ahead and get into it, man. It says many nations, particularly Scandinavian countries, are trying to embrace a cashless future where physical money is replaced with digital. Okay, this is RT told to experts about the upsides and downsides of such a move. Now, they outright, they've been saying that they want to have a cashless future, okay, where physical money is replaced with digital, literally a bunch of numbers on the screen. Okay, and I'm gonna go into a bit more of this article, speak upon it, and then later on I'm gonna get some scriptures, Lord willing. This is while some see a cashless society as the future, it will take years, maybe decades, to get rid of paper money. According to Nafis Alam, Director of Postgraduate Research Studies and Associate Professor of Finance at Henley Business School. Definitely, the world is moving away from physical cash due to increased usage of e-wallet, Apple and Samsung Pay, and pretty much you got it to where everybody, like pretty much if you got a smartphone now, you got it to where everyone's paying by way of their phone now. You pretty much touch and go wherever you want. Even over here in the UK, in the local corner shops, like you see a crusty ass Elamite in a corner shop, and he's got the contactless pay method, so he can accept money via the Apple or Samsung Pay. And all you got to do is whip out your smartphone, and all your card details are gonna be on your phone. All right, because over here in the UK we got something called NFC, which is near field communication, and that technology is on all the phones over here, man. We can basically pretty much pay with a click of a finger, man, on the counter over a contactless payment method, all right, through the use of them phones. Okay, and how convenient, right? It says what? It says, and he said, adding that the upside of cashless payments is the unparalleled convenience it offers in the form of time. Okay, so they're gonna, this is what they're doing. They're advertising contactless payments, all right, digital currency, right? They're advertising it from the standpoint of having more convenience in the form of time, and it says efficiency and security. Okay, why does it save more time? Because you don't have to go fumbling through your purse. If you're a woman, have to go fumbling through your purse, looking for some loose change to pay for your a bottle of wine, chocolate bar or something like that if you're at a corner shop. All right, or if you're a bloke, you're going through your wallet, or you might have lost a tenner. You scrummaging around in your pockets looking for that tenner that you thought you had. So they're pushing that whole convenience time, all right, and that ties into efficiency and security as well. They're saying it's more efficient and it's more secure because you don't have to worry about funds just going missing. How many times you be checking at your money and I lost a £10 note or whatever. Well, if all the money was stored on that card, all right, on that electronic currency, then you wouldn't have to worry about that because you can't just lose them digits out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Unless the elite basically just, do something where they tank the economy and all them digital currencies and everyone's just put on some sort of, well, this is what they're gonna do anyway, man. They wanna push that chip, all right, and we believe that they're gonna tank the economy and then it's gonna give them, how can I say, an excuse to push that chip, okay? The RFID microchip, man, where no man might buy or sell. And we're going to get them scriptures too, man. It says, however, he noted that the biggest upside is of the regulators who can have records for each and every transaction, which makes law breaking more difficult for tax evaders. So every single bit of transaction that's going to be made is going to be basically logged. Okay, so you're going to have these regulators sitting at desks, and they're going to be looking at every single transaction that happens and whatever. Or they might have these supercomputers, sorting out algorithms and flagging up certain transactions that might look a little bit shady. Let's just say, for example, if you work cash in hand and you get a little bit of cash in hand for doing a job on the side, all right, alongside your actual job, all right, which the government already taxes. If you ain't getting taxed on them side jobs, then this is a way for them, the regulators, to come back down on them lawbreakers, because technically it's breaking the law to make money on the side, because you're not being taxed on that money that you're making on the side. All right, so this is just another way for the greedy fucking elites to. Can you imagine how much more money they're gonna be gaining if they're gonna be recording every single transaction that's being made? Okay, and this is nothing but a plan of the elites to basically clamp down, to take away more of your freedom, more of your rights, all right, and restrict your mobility within society, man. Okay. It says money launderers and black marketers. Okay, so everything's going to be logged, every single transaction. All right, and that ties into that whole security. They're going to push that whole security thing. No more purchases on the black market, no more of this and no more of that. They're pushing all of these excuses to push that chip. All right, everything is leading towards that chip. Okay, and if you think that the RFID microchip is not the mark of the beast, then you're through, man. And you're going to take that chip and you're going to be destroyed. Okay, it says, let's see. It says printing of physical money is a big cost for central banks, and it can cost governments up to 1.5% of GDP, he added. All right, and so that's another thing. It's more cost efficient for them, It costs money to print this physical money, all right? Well, you set up this system of printing money in the first place, man, So, this is all a plan by the elites to just basically, this way is better, this way is more efficient. And that's why they're going to, they want to erect these 5G towers everywhere, okay, where everyone's going to be hooked in and linked into the Internet of Things, all right? And every move that you make is going to be recorded, all right? And it's going to get to the times where you're going to have to live off the grid, literally, just to get by. Okay, and these are the times where, look, man, we're in the times of like trusting in Yahweh Shai more than ever, now more than ever, because the more Esau comes out with his new world order and he presses towards his new world order, the more spiritually we're gonna have to be, the more we're gonna have to rely on, the spiritual side of life, so to speak, and call upon Yahweh Shai, man. All right, because Esau is carnal. He wants to control you by putting a chip in you, man. Whereas we only trust in our power. We don't trust in Esau. The scripture says never trust thine enemy. Okay, the same person that's pushing out GMO foods and spraying the air with chemtrails, he wants to put a chip in you, man. This is a madman. All right, the same guy that's destroying the earth, he wants to put a chip in you. This is a madman. You want to trust this individual? Hells no. Okay? Being a cashless economy can be a double-edged sword for any nation, according to Alam. While it does control the illegal activities surrounding money, such as money laundering and fraud, at the same time, it reduces the privacy of individual usage. All right, and that's the thing. All right, they're saying it's a double-edged sword because it's like, what? Hold on a minute. Yeah, it might control certain things such as money laundering and, all security and whatever and all of that. But what did I say before? It's going to take away more of your social mobility, man. Basically, the things that you can do, your so-called freedoms that you have, right, in society, they're going to be basically clamped down on it. I.e., Jake can pretty much hardly make ends meet as it is, man, living paycheck to paycheck. So a lot of Jakes do jobs on the side, man. What do you think's going to happen when they finally push this chip out and everything's electronically recorded, digitally recorded, man? Jake, they're gonna be riots out here, man, because Jake ain't gonna be affording anything. All right, Jake pretty much gets by hustling most of the time, but all of them hustling methods, all right. Even them drug dealers in the States and shit like that, which I don't condone that, but hey, man, to be honest, to be making them transactions, all of them drug sales and that's gonna be recorded too. So Esau can even use that now to be like, yeah, We stopped drug selling on the streets. You know, finding a local shotter in your hood to sell you a ounce of weed or whatever. You know, in order for you to give him that money, you're gonna have to scan. You know, you're gonna have to contactlessly pay that drug dealer, and then that transaction is gonna be linked, and it's gonna be flagged up, and you're gonna be a drug purchaser. He's gonna be a drug seller. You know, I'm just using an example, man. You know. And it says every single transaction can be recorded and monitored by the government, which will become like a communist setup rather than a libertarian society, he said. Okay, let's look up that word communist real quick. Communist. Because I don't think I've even looked this word up before. Let me just communism. Okay, comes from communism. It says from the 1843, a social system based on collective ownership. Okay, it says from French communisme. It says from 1840, from commune, Old French common, general, free, open, public. Hang on a second. It says by 1919 and through mid-20th century, it was a general term of abuse for revolutionaries. Yeah, implying antisocial or criminality without regard to political theory. So basically, you know, it's against libertarianism. Basically, it's against freedom. Put it that way. Okay. Let's see if I can just get a straight definition here. See if it will tell me any more. Yeah, communism, a person who supports or believes the principles of communism. I was very left wing, but I was never a communist. Leftist, radical socialist, anti-capitalist. Yeah, but you get the point anyway, man. You know, you get the point. All right, pretty much the opposite of libertarianism. All right, which is what they were going into in this article here. Okay. Yeah, rather than a libertarian society, and we already know liberty means freedom. All right. So communist is set up as rather than a libertarian society means that they're going to take away more and more of your freedom. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the scriptures and we're going to edify through the scriptures, Lord willing. Okay, this is Revelation. Going to get straight to the mark of the beast. In fact, let's get 12 and 12 real quick. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And the devil means a slanderer and a deceiver, man. And that Esau, the so-called white man, is the ultimate deceiver. All right, and he's having great wrath because he knows that you have but a short time. And that's why he wants to take away more and more of your rights. He wants to implant you with a chip, this demon running around, taking peace from the earth, right? Literally dropping bombs on countries, and invading countries, raping women, all right? Setting up terrorist cells and, you know, blowing up his own cities as an excuse to go into someone else's land and stumbling across their natural resources and then robbing them. Like, this devil he's crazy, man. And he knows that he has but a short time. So what's the devil gonna do knowing that he has but a short time? He's gonna come down with something with great wrath. And he's gonna force everyone to take that chip eventually. Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So it doesn't matter who you are, man. All right, you can be, you know, a top rap star. You could be Cardi B. You could be Floyd Mayweather. You could be, you know, a bum on the street. It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone's going to be affected by this. Okay. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And let's go into that word mark, which we always go into this, man. And GreatMillStone is known for going into the Greek and the Hebrew, man. All right, in translating these words to get the most accurate meaning of what's being said. Okay. Just turn this down there.
Strong's G 5480 Charagma. Charagma.
Right, it says charagma. It says a stamp, imprinted mark. All right, it says of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Christ. All right, basically anti-Yahushai. Okay, in which everyone that takes this mark is going to be seen as a follower of anti-Yahushai, because really we're trusting in Yahushai to crack them clouds and come and save us, save the men that hasn't taken that chip, because we know the punishment for the men that do take the chip. They're going to be destroyed by the missiles over in the land of America and various different parts of the earth. Okay, some are going to die in many other ways, but there's going to be, remember, the Lord says he was going to set a mark, which a different sense of the word mark in the Hebrew, tawar, that's in Ezekiel 9:4, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Having a chip inserted into your skin is an abomination. The Lord says to make no cuttings in thy flesh. That's against the law. Okay? And furthermore, to be anti-Yahushai, that's an abomination, man, because the Lord comes in the volume of the book. It is written of him. We're supposed to do the whole will of the Lord, man. You know? It says the thing carved, sculpture, graven work. All right. Yeah, when you go to the Strong's definitions down here, it says from the same as a scratch or an etching. All right, and that's that syringe, that scratch or that etching, man. All right, because a syringe has a tipped point, or where it's pretty much sharp in order for it to burrow under your flesh, to funnel that tube, right? To funnel that the RFID, the microchip, down that tube onto your skin, under your skin. All right, and that's going to be seen as i.e. a stamp or as a badge of servitude. So a lot of people out here, they're ready to receive their badges of servitude. A lot of these people, they worship Esau anyway. They worship his system. His way of life is everything for them. All right, and even a lot of our people worship the so-called white man's image. All right, and the way he lives his life, man. Okay, and I believe there's in the root. There's another one as well, Caracas, all right?
Strong's G 5482. Charax. Charax.
Right, and it says what? Root words. It says from Carasso. It says to sharpen to a point, all right? And that syringe is something that's sharpened to a point, man, in order for it to literally pierce into your skin, cut into your flesh, all right? A pail or a stake. What do you do when you used to, when you was growing up and you used to watch these little cartoons and or these vampire movies, man? How would a vampire be taken out? By a stake, and that stake would be literally rammed through his heart, man, and it was sharpened to a point. All right, so what you got to understand is that's definitely talking about, because John the Revelator saw this, man. You got to understand that we're reading the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter. This is written down by John and what he saw when he wrote this down on the Isle of Patmos, and he saw people getting chipped. He saw them syringes that were sharpened to a point, literally cutting into man's flesh, and they were getting imprinted with that mark, man. All right. And how do we know that this is the mark, the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip? Because it even goes on to say, because we were talking about this article just a minute ago. It says what? And that no man might buy or sell. All right. And this is specifically dealing with transaction. Okay. And they were talking about how it's going to be more convenient in terms of security, efficiency, and time. And that's how they're pushing the whole convenience factor of things. All right. And that's how they're going to trick everyone into taking this chip, man. All right. Because they're all ready to receive their badges. Over here in London, these people are zombied out. They see us out there. We're an anomaly to them. All right. The scripture said that we were going to be what made a spectacle unto the world. They see us out there teaching the word. They see us out there preaching about the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip. But they don't. A lot of them don't stop. The majority don't even stop. They're just through. They're ready. They're zombies, man. They're the Walking Dead. All right. Like you got that show, The Walking Dead. The zombies walking around. That's a lot of these people out here, man. They're ready to just receive their badge of anti-Hamashiach, man. They're ready to receive their badge of servitude. They're already serving Esau, man. They want to be servants to the so-called white man, okay, which are biblically known as the Edomites according to the Bible, which are going to go into slavery, that's right, for 1,000 years, and they're going to be destroyed after 1,000 years, okay? It says, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So that is talking about the RFID microchip. But you know what, man? Yeah, all of these things are going to happen, all right? And yeah, we're going to have to be off the grid and whatever, but at the same time, the Lord says what? Because in that time, you ain't even going to be able to buy any food. Okay, because every transaction is going to have to be made through that chip. And if you ain't got that chip, you know, what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to rely on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, just like in the time of, was it Kings? Elijah was fed by ravens, man. All right, he drunk up a whole brook, so to speak. All right, so these things are going to happen again, man. These miracles, we don't know how exactly we're going to eat, but we're going to eat, man. All right, Isaiah 65, and straight to the point. 13. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. All right, so for the most part, everyone else is going to be running around like headless chickens, not knowing what's going on when all hell breaks loose out here. All right, but hey, man, the men of the Lord, they're going to be taken care of for the most part, man. We going to be all right, man. All right, we don't know how we're going to eat. We don't know how we're going to be moving about, but the Lord is going to have it happen so, man, through the Spirit, man. And that's why it's important for us to constantly stay in the Spirit, you know, and take as much L's as we need to get on them chariots in these last days, man. Because what the scriptures speak about, Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. So what you got to understand is, hey, man, that's why we got to be rooted and built up in this faith, okay? Because the times that are coming, it ain't gonna be as simple as just going down to the local supermarket and picking up what you want to eat for dinner or lunch or whatever, man. It's not gonna be that simple. These devils, they look, man, they want to come down upon us having great wrath because they know that they've got about a short time. Their kingdom is going down, so they're gonna kick and scream and fight as hard as they can to try and stay in power, but they're not gonna be able to do that because the Lord said, oh, what's that? Now, see, that this is Spirit got me bringing out more precepts now, man. I'm just like, oh, man. Right? Job 14:5, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So he's being stopped in his tracks by the Lord, man. All right? He's been appointed bounds that he just cannot pass. And there's nothing that Esau can do about it, man. All right, his judgment has been written. All right, the line has been drawn, so to speak, that he cannot cross, and that's been drawn by the Heavenly Father. You cannot, right, live out of the bounds of the scriptures. You cannot get around prophecy, man. Prophecy has been written for Esau to go into slavery and these other nations to go into slavery and for the world to be ruled over by the Israelites for eternity. And this is what's going to happen. The scriptures speak about for unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another. Okay? So this is what's going to happen, man. All right? This is what's going to happen. And the Lord in due time is going to set up over the earth, the rulers over the earth, one that is profitable, man. Like it says in Sirach, the 10th chapter. Okay? So, in fact, let's get the judgment on Esau real quick because we talked about his new world order and what he wants to do, all right, and his his communist lifestyle, so to speak. But let's see what the Lord says about Esau in the end. Job 20:5, in fact 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed on the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Okay, though his excellency, and Esau's a hypocrite, man. All right, he is a hypocrite. Okay, he's gonna label us terrorists, but meanwhile, all right, he's gonna label the black Hebrew Israelites terrorists, which we're not black. Okay, he's putting us on Fox News and talking about what's the beef and all that by Jesse, through means of his puppets that he sets up on these social media sites to question our movement or our heritage. All right. But at the same time, he's the one that's bombing the earth, taking peace from the earth, raping, murdering. All right. He's the one that's the ultimate terrorist on the face of the earth. And he wants to chip everybody. All right. You're terrorizing the people, man. How are you going to force everyone to take an RFID chip, man? All right. So you can further take away their rights. Come on, bro. That is just ridiculous. It's as though his excellency mounts up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. The eye which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream of the night. and shall not be found. He shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. Okay, so Esau, you're going to be done. You're going to be through, man. Okay, you're going to go into captivity. Like the scripture says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth by the sword shall die by the sword. And your blessing is a sword, and you've been killing with the sword. All right, and you want to take slavery out of textbooks, but that ain't going to be enough to stop the fact that it actually happened, man. And our people, hey, man, there's a lot of our people waking up, man. And a majority of them, man, for the most part, are of the elect that are waking up the fact that they're Israelites and they're out there teaching in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai the true doctrine. Okay, men are being sealed in these last days. Okay, and that's why but you have but a short time, because the righteous man is standing in great boldness before the faces of such as have afflicted them, like it says in Wisdom 5. And great fear, great fear is falling upon these elites, man. All right, they're losing sleep, they're having nightmares, visions. Imagine being an elite of Esau and having a vision of yourself being shackled in chains. You don't know what the Lord is doing, how he's plaguing the minds of these elites, man. All right, that's why a lot of even these average Edomites out here, a lot of them are topping themselves when they find out what's going to happen to them, man. That they're going into slavery, okay, and that they're going to be perished after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, man. All right, so look, man, go ahead and be the biggest devil you can be in these last days, because your kingdom's through. You're on your way out, man. You've lost the power, and it's been written, okay? So with that, man, Lord willing, you Arkham were edified. Hey, this is a good article, man. It's a good article. I mean, you could read the rest for yourself. There's pretty much, I think there's more on it to be read and that and whatever. But it's a good article, man. I thought I'd just speak on it real quick. It's early, man, so I'ma just hey, Lord willing, I could pump out more videos today, man, if the spirit be on me, man. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakak Dash for putting the spirit on me to do this video. And double honors to the apostles and the elders, GreatMillStone, that rule well, of course, man. And blessings to the hopeful elect, man. To the next time, shalom.